Hey y'all, how y'all doing? How y'all living? How y'all feeling? Anyway, I got a word for y'all today, and I might ruffle some feathers, but the truth is just the truth. And if you're bothered, then take that up with, who you need to take that up with, because anyway, and furthermore, just giving my little disclaimers. I don't speak on nothing I ain't been through or haven't experienced for myself. So that's first off. And please, the comments, y'all want to have y'all discussions, do that on your page and on your own videos. But anyway, so I'm gonna talk about self-love today, because I know y'all be getting in y'all panties and in y'all feelings about this pagan holiday that's coming up, Valentine's Day. So anyway, we gonna get into it. So first off, a lot of the times people be looking for, and if your love language is exchange of, receiving, gift giving, receiving items, that's fine, whatever. We're not talking about that, but we just talking about the root of self-love and how you view yourself. So most of the times, a lot of these relationships we be getting into, even on a platonic and romantic level, are, if you are not coming from a healed place and you haven't healed childhood wounds and how you were once loved in your childhood versus how you love yourself, your way of receiving love is gonna be just screwed, first off. And if you don't know how to love yourself, you're going to attract people that don't know how to love you majority of the time. And when you don't love parts about yourself, sometimes you can attract people who love you even when you don't love yourself. But in the same instance, it wouldn't work, because you don't love yourself, and you do things out of the fact of thinking that, you don't understand the value of love and what the whole reception of just love is. So you operate in a way where, you can't even receive this love that this person is giving you because you don't love yourself. So on another note, I want to say that also, self-love, we think this is material. A lot of this is not it's not all material. How you loving yourself can show up in the dreams you decide to go for, how much you believe in yourself. Like, your self-worth and your self-love is all connected, because when you love yourself, you are going to take the initiative to just believe in yourself a little bit more, to have a relationship with yourself more, to even want more out of life. And I mean that you won't settle, because self-love for yourself also comes in the form of wanting more out of life and wanting more for yourself, to not to settle in certain cases. Like, you say that you want to make more money, you want a better job, you want to live a different type of life, but you also don't go for it because your self-worth is not at that level to where you even believe in yourself. So that's a form of self-love. So we be looking for a whole bunch of material stuff and for a person to give us love, when half of the time, baby, we ain't even loving ourselves. Because when you love yourself and you believe in yourself, you're going to raise the bar. You're going to raise the bar for yourself to the point where you're going to go after things that you feel like you are worthy of. So when you feel worthy of these things, then you will, the whole paradigm shifts. It's just, everything is going to shift because you believe in yourself. So when you believe in yourself more and you have a different type of self-worth, like, okay, I'm not going to settle for low-paying jobs no more. I'm not settling for friendships that don't serve me anymore. I'm not settling for this routine that's, not getting me closer to the life that I want to have. So, when you love yourself, you gonna operate different, and there's different levels of self-love. Of course, it's different levels, but just on a self-worth level, like, I'm taking a course. I invested in myself to take another course to get me further along in my journey, whatever. So that's a form of self-love, when you invest and pour back into yourself, and when you be honest with yourself about parts of yourself that are not healed. And you're looking for people to fill these places up with things and people that ultimately are going to lead you into the same loop of the same going in circles with the same people, the same things. And a lot of times we see all these failed relationships because people really get into relationships looking for a love that they never had. And it's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with having love. I'm not, by any means, I am not saying it's something wrong with having love, because it's not. But what I'm saying is, it's unhealthy when we don't know ourselves on a deeper level, and we don't love ourselves, and we don't know what we want out of life, and we're settling overall in our own personal lives. So loving yourself on a whole nother level, just period. Like, what you pouring into your mind, what you listening to, in comparison, golden. Like, when you love yourself enough, you won't compare yourself, because you are unique, you are who you're supposed to be, and you won't compare yourself to other people, and you won't compare yourself in a way where you think you're unworthy. A lot of, like, I see so many people who, and I talk to so many people who just feel so unworthy of things, like, oh, I can't have that, or oh, I love this, like, about this person, I wish I could do that. You can. You just gotta raise the self-worth up. Because we can all, like, that divinity is all within us. Like, there's nothing that you can't do. You're just looking at yourself from a place of lack. And that alone is not giving yourself the love. And you just have to learn yourself and understand yourself on a deeper level to raise up your self-worth and how you look at yourself. Because how you look at yourself is ultimately how you view other people. Like, when I see women who are just total package, like, I'm like, okay, like, I'm taking notes. I'm not I'm taking notes. I'm like, okay, like, I can tell this woman loving herself, and even sometimes, that's why I'm saying material things, and having the best careers and all this type of stuff, like, yeah, that's okay, but self-love is really just knowing yourself, not settling, knowing what you want, and living in a purpose that's truly for you. And nobody can tell you otherwise, like, this ain't for you. This is what you want to do, and it's for you. You gotta really believe in yourself to a point where, and have that love for yourself where you honor yourself, and you're not settling for what somebody boxed you in to think. So yeah, self-love is just, it's so many levels. Like, you got a healing level of self-love, where we have to heal to understand who we are as people, what type of love we want to receive, what we want out of life, and your self-worth. How are you viewing yourself? How are you perceiving other people around you? How are you perceiving the world? When you look down on other people and you look from a place of lack, that really just comes from a place of, like, thinking you can't have something, your self-worth, your self-love. And this a lot of times comes from childhood, and having wounds, and having things and trauma and things that happened to us that weren't healed. And you just grew up continuing these cycles that were programmed. So, anyway, this could be longer, but y'all, please don't be in y'all feelings about this pagan holiday, because this is material. Like, love is bigger than all this material stuff that they placing in front of your face. It's bigger than that. It's way bigger. And really, what I really just want y'all to take from this is invest in yourself. Like, figure out who you are on such a level that, you know, you are the love. You are everything that you need, you know. And until you really can love yourself fully, you are always going to feel insecure about someone else. That's just, until you heal, until you understand yourself, you're going to feel insecure about how someone is loving you or how they don't do things. You know, it's good to express your love language, but at the end of the day, it still revolves around finding out truly who you are. Because when you love yourself and you love your purpose in a life that you're living, you are able to attract so much more love into your life, and love in a form of joy, in a form of happiness, and all those things add up to just really having a life that you love, and loving yourself, and being in relationships with people that reflect that back to you. So anyway, I'm not gonna talk y'all to death today, but yeah, that's the word. Y'all have a beautiful day. Keep the vibration high. Don't worry about what a hater gotta say, because a hater gonna hate anyway, period. So we off here.